All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Mm.
Today, we're headed over to Denmark,
Oh, cool.
and we're taking a look at their offices,
Yeah.
workspaces, what's going on over there.
Awesome.
And we've got a great magazine here, Magasinet NINEtoFIVE.
Right on.
And it's a Danish magazine all about, office trends and the future of work, all that. So really interesting stuff, and some really interesting stuff
Yeah.
came up. Like the first thing I saw was like Denmark's priciest office space.
Okay.
Like where are the most expensive places to rent an office. And I was thinking, maybe Copenhagen,
Right.
city center,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like, a really swanky suburb like Hellerup, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But Nordhaven.
Really?
Yeah, Nordhaven's like
Oh.
the top spot for the 4th year in a row.
That's why I wouldn't have guessed that.
I know. It's really interesting.
What is it about Nordhaven that's got businesses flocking there and shelling out the big bucks?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
This magazine was saying that it's like full of all these like new and spectacular office properties.
So it's all brand spanking new.
Yeah, like they're really,
Okay.
going all out with the design and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be more to it than just shiny new buildings, right? What's the underlying appeal?
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I think it's part of this like bigger trend. You know what I mean? Like companies, they're not just looking for,
Yeah.
a place to put desks anymore.
Right.
It's about creating it's a whole experience.
Yeah, an environment that, attracts talent, keeps employees happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Nordhaven it's like waterfront location and all the cool architecture.
Right.
Just kind of like fits that vibe.
Makes sense. So it's less about the office itself and more about what it represents.
Totally. And, it's not just a Danish thing either.
Oh, really?
I think we're seeing this kind of shift towards like, more experience-driven workspaces all over the world.
Wow. Yeah. Those fancy offices and design magazines, they're not just pretty pictures anymore, are they?
Right? It's like they're actually influencing,
Yeah.
how much we're paying for office space.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got sky-high rents in stylish Nordhaven. But hold on, there's another twist in this story.
Yeah.
This magazine and Magasinet 9805, it also dropped a bit of a bombshell about promotions and...
That whole thing.
Yeah, it really makes you think twice about working from home all the time.
Yeah.
Basically, they were talking about this survey from Robert Half. They were like a big consulting firm.
Yeah.
And what they found was that a lot of employers,
Mm-hmm.
like the majority, are more likely to promote the people who are actually showing up at the office.
That's so interesting.
Right. It's kind of like,
I mean, part of me
yeah,
wonders if it's just,
yeah.
like FaceTime.
Yeah, just being seen.
But they also talked about, visibility leading to
Right.
more engagement and stuff.
Yeah, so how did Robert Half actually get at that in their survey?
Yeah, well, it sounds like
Mm-hmm.
they dug a little deeper. Like they didn't just ask about, how often people get promoted. They were looking at things like perceived engagement levels and collaboration opportunities.
Yeah.
And it seems like the employees who are in the office more often,
Yeah.
they tend to score higher in those areas.
That makes sense. I mean, while remote work obviously has its perks in terms of flexibility,
Yeah.
you can't really beat those spontaneous conversations or those brainstorming sessions that just happen organically in an office.
Right, exactly.
So,
And it's not to say that, remote work can't be productive.
right.
But I think this survey is kind of highlighting like the importance of in-person interaction.
Yeah, at least from the employer's perspective.
Yeah.
It's a lot to consider,
Yeah. It definitely makes you think.
especially if you're ambitious and looking to climb that corporate ladder.
Right. So we've got location, driving up those office costs in Nordhaven and
Yeah.
then this whole promotion thing.
The promotion paradox.
Yeah. Making us rethink how much we work from home.
It really is a fascinating glimpse into the future of work and how it's all evolving.
Especially in Denmark.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder,
What's next?
yeah, will everyone be back in the office full time?
Or will?
Yeah.
Companies find a way to balance, the benefits of in-person and remote work. Yeah, that's a great question, and one we'll definitely be keeping an eye on. But for now, that wraps up our deep dive into Danish offices. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to stay curious because the world of work, it's always changing.
Absolutely.
See you next time.